Thanks for joining me today. This is Danny and welcome back to my Real Tech series. Today we are standing on the future site of our brand new home. Today's episode is going to be all about building, and we're going to be building a new base, and we're going to be building kind of a Savanna themed base. And as you can see, it is already getting near, maybe you can see, I don't know, it's kind of hard to read that, but we are getting kind of close to the end of winter already, which means things are already starting to get really freaking hot here. I was kind of hoping to get this build done while it was still nice and cool in the winter, but yeah, we're not even into spring yet, and it's already crazy freaking hot here in the Savanna. The style that I'm going for is kind of a Savanna style. A lot of wood, a lot of like overhangs, and it's going to be a very open concept inside and outside. So there's going to be like a lot of openings going out into the outdoors, and yeah, it's just going to have a very open feel to it, very open and woody, and maybe some stone on the bottom. First, we're going to use a lot of Savanna wood, a lot of the acacia wood, but I'm also thinking we're going to use a fair bit of oak and maybe a darker wood. I wonder if we have any spruce. Oh boy, we don't. We only have acacia and oak. So I may have to go out venturing for some spruce, hopefully before we get to the end of winter. The redstone clock is counting down, or our season sensor is counting down to the end of winter. And once spring hits us, it's going to be really freaking hot. I'm going to do this similar to the way I do a lot of my building episodes. I'm going to have part of the episode is going to be a third-person time-lapse of me building. Kind of an overhead view, probably. And then there'll be clips in between of us kind of making decisions together. Although, honestly, you're not going to have much say in it because I already did this like a long time before you're watching it. But yeah, but you can kind of see the decision-making process and all that stuff. We have 5 freeze rods. If we had one more freeze rod, we could make a cooling coil, and that would make this much easier. But whatever, we're gonna just have a bucket of water with us and probably try to do some of my work while I'm standing in a puddle of water in order to keep cool. So I'm already pretty hot, so I think we have to. I got rid of my little puddle here that I had all summer, but winter came and I didn't need it anymore. So, but yeah, I'm actually gonna go venturing off. I think I know where there's a taiga nearby where I can grab some spruce, and then I'll bring it back here and we'll grow some spruce, because I think I'll have to kind of experiment a little to see how spruce and acacia will look together. But that's kind of what I'm thinking for this build, like just a mix of different colored woods, like different darknesses of wood and whatever. And then the roof is going to be, I'm going to try to get a steep pitch on it, but I don't, we'll see how that works out. A kind of a steep, almost thatched looking. In fact, I think we might even have, yeah, we actually have thatch. That could be interesting, because I kind of want to make this look somewhat like a African savanna type build. It's snowing over the ocean because it is still winter. It was raining when I left. This is the opposite of what I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to be hanging around in the Savanna in the winter and out traveling in the summer. But whatever. We'll make this quick before we get too cold, and I do have my wool suit if I get too cold. That's all we need. I got a couple saplings. We can bring those back home. Oh boy, I better get in my boat before it freezes in. We may just have to plant one of these here next winter. Just one, and make it like a Christmas tree. There. Now we can get some serious spruce. There we go. Hooray! Oh, that's huge. Nice. Good thing I have a lumber axe. Awesome. It's raining wood. Okay, this is what I'm looking at so far. No. No. Okay, this could work. This is limestone, and that's all I have. So I guess I'm going to have to do a little bit of mining to get some more of that stuff. That's the thatching, and that is the sugarcane block. I actually kind of like the thatching, maybe, for this build, but I don't think I like the sugarcane block. Let's see what this looks like without that. Okay. And by the way, it is officially spring. Winter is over. I have a lot of options for limestone too. In fact, we can just do this and see all the different options. Well, guess what? I got my chisel and I got my bit bag, and I'm going to start to do a little bit of chiseling. It's actually hotter up here than it is down there where we were, which is not ideal. But I am wearing my gelled slime stuff right now, so hopefully that'll keep me cool, man. I've been spending a lot of time in the water, and even up here in this water, if you watch my temperature gauge, actually my needle was all the way up when I was standing here before. Maybe because it's evening now, it's getting a little cooler. But, oh, okay, this is much cooler now. Yeah, because I was barely cooling off when I was in there before. I'm going to start with a line, and let's see, keep those first three down there, and every three I'm going to go up one, and then by the time we get up here we should be at the top. Basically carved out that, so now I'm going to go to, hold on the Alt key, I'm going to select connected plane, and actually click on this side, because then as we get up there, it's only going to take, okay, perfect. Cool. Now, how thick do I want this? So now we go back to a line. Let's try it about 4 thick. Now I'm going to do the same thing on top with the connected plane. Is that it? Yeah, now I'll have to put another one on top. So we're actually going to have 4 different patterns just for this overhang. We have a positive chisel design, a negative chisel design, and a mirror chisel design. We'll probably end up using all 3 of those at some point. We'll do that. We'll hold down Alt and we'll say placement. And oh crap, that's not where I want that. Okay, let's undo that. Okay. Single bit. This is probably a little more detailed than I should be spending my time on here, but there, I kind of like that. Now I'm going to use the mirror chisel design, and the way this thing works is it will mirror the thing that we, like, it'll completely reverse whatever we click on. So we've got this thing here, this post is on the edge, it's on the outer edge of this block right here, And I want it over here on the outer edge of this block, so it has to be flipped. So if I click it on this side, it's going to flip it that way. Now we can take it and put it with a positive chisel design that's blank. And then we get a positive chisel design that should be flipped. Okay, so it goes here. We have to turn it that way. There we go. Some more detailed chisel work out in the hot evening sun. And then from here, I'm going to start angling up. Did I get it? I did. Perfect. So here's where the negative chisel design comes in. A negative chisel design will not add any bits. It will only take bits away in order to get the shape that you're looking at. So what I want to do is actually take that and then turn it in this direction so that we can get that. Another useful purpose of this is if you have a shape that you want, but it's not the block that you want, so you can take the negative chisel design, get the shape, and then place whatever block it is that you actually want to use, and it'll form that block into the shape that you want. The exterior is pretty much done. I think I'm happy with how it turned out. The thatched roof, which I said I wasn't going to use, I did use it, and it ended up being a very prominent feature because, wow, it's very bright yellow. I have some interior work to do yet. It's kind of hollow in there, but that will change that very soon. Kind of wish I could get an overview. You know what, though? My cameraman can. I'm making a quick, cheap excavator. Just iron, wood, and paper. Probably not something I'm going to use a whole lot, but definitely going to need it in here. Oh, it's really slow. One more tool today. I'm making a mattock, and I'm making it with a manual and shovel head, which will bring us up to cobalt. It increases the speed, and I'm doing an iron axe head that gives us magnetic, and it makes it a little cheaper too. We could do both manual, but it brings up the speed about, I think it was about like to 6.7, but I think this is good enough. And what's great about the mattock is that we can use it to break wood. We can use it to, we can use it to break dirt. So it's like a shovel and an axe. But I don't think it works, whoops. I don't think it works on sand, though. And we can also use it as a hoe. Check that out. Well, I was going to try to avoid doing a build that was made almost exclusively out of chiseled blocks, but I've failed. I did it again. I made a build almost exclusively out of chiseled blocks. Even the walls are 2 different blocks, as we can see. Here's our sliding doors. These are our patio doors going out onto our patio. We need to do some landscaping out here, but I'm really running out of time today. I'm way over time. But I have a little problem here, and that is that in order to get these inside walls the way they are, what I did is I basically just got rid of one layer using the plane, which just removes a plane, and then I right-click to replace a plane. I don't actually want that there, but just to demonstrate. But one of the problems with that is then on the corners like this, it ends up going all the way through to the outside. But we do have a solution for that, and that would be to have the acacia and do connected material. So that's similar to connected plane, except it will only connect ones that are of the same material. So we can take one off and then put that back on. So that's, yeah, that should work. Let's take a final tour. Now this isn't done. I still have a lot of detail work to do, but I put a lot of time into this. So this is the exterior. Of course, we've got the acacia, and then we've got the windows with the spruce wood, and we've got spruce wood supports out here, and then this is actually our backyard here, or our back door. This is the patio. We have sliding patio doors. And this is the interior, which it's quite empty and white right now. That will change. This white is really meant to be kind of a backdrop because we're going to have lots of detail stuff, and of course we're going to have our storage drawers in here. We're going to bring them in here. This side is pretty much going to be a storage area. We're going to have all of our storage areas. This is going to be like our crafting and working area. And then we've got a kitchen over here already. I moved the kitchen. Our cooking for blockhead stuff. So this is now already fully... it doesn't appear to be fully functional because this is not connected to that. Uh-oh. We'll have to figure out what to do about that. And this isn't either. So... yeah, I'll have to change the layout of this a little bit just to make it work correctly. And then we've got our stairs, our kind of stairs ladder thing going up into the loft. Very fast stairs. It's actually twice as steep as a normal stairs because each step is taking up a quarter of a block length. So you can see and if we sprint, we'll go even faster. Whee! A little trick with chisels and bits, you can go up a half of a block, so 8 bits, and you could actually have a thing that goes up 8 bits every bit and have like a 2-block tall stairs that would make you go very quickly. And then up here there's nothing except for my bed. So this is going to be the bedroom area over here. I don't know if I'm going to put up some kind of walls or maybe like curtains or something like that might be interesting here. We actually have curtains from Malice's doors, and it's open air, as you can see. We've got plenty of ventilation. I may change that eventually, but maybe not, because it kind of makes sense with the theme of this build being kind of a safari build, or a Savanna build with a thatched roof, which is a triangle. But yeah, normally it would be a little bit more rounded, but that would have taken forever. If you go down these stairs too fast, you can actually hurt yourself, I found. But I think, oh yeah, see, there we go. So you have to kind of be careful as you're going down the stairs, like you would in real life, you know, if you had a really steep stairs like that. So yeah, that's all I've got so far. But like I said, we're going to have a lot more detail work in here as we go along. And of course, we're going to be bringing a lot more just stuff in here. This is kind of the entryway. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this space yet. If it's just going to be like just kind of a nice little feature, or if maybe we'll have some kind of a thing going on over here. I don't know. But most of our like technical or tech stuff is going to be all over there. We're going to have a factory over there. I may even have something. Well, actually, I think I might have a farm here, like an actual barn with animals and stuff, and maybe a greenhouse and stuff like that. Actually, a greenhouse would be a really good idea because crops die here in the winter, even in the savannah. Many of the crops die in my big empty bedroom. I do have DecoCraft here, so I do plan on adding a lot of DecoCraft stuff in this house just to make things look nice. In fact, this area will probably have a lot of decorations and stuff. And of course the bedroom area upstairs, which I don't know if we'll make any like functional. I mean, maybe our enchanting stuff will be around here. Maybe we'll have some kind of like a library over here with books and stuff, and maybe a little chair. And I think we actually have chairs that we can sit in. Probably from DecoCraft? Yes, we do. We can actually sit in those chairs, so that'll be fun. I really love this stair. That's actually my favorite. My favorite part of this whole interior is the stairs. I just think it looks cool. Time to move the storage drawers. Hooray! Oh man. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can move 9 of them with a packing tape. So we're gonna need just one more. Actually, one more slime ball. Let's try this stuff once. This is from the packing tape mod. And this we can use. This stuff we can just use on the storage drawers. But this stuff we should be able to use on just about anything. Wait. Requires paper to work. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So we have 3 paper in our inventory. It uses a paper and a little bit of durability. So I wonder how many times we can use this thing. And we pick it up. What does it say? It doesn't say what we pick it up with. Okay. What's kind of nice about this is it stays packaged. So we set it down. It's still a package. We could pick it up again. But if we right-click on it, it then... Hooray! It's facing the wrong way, though. So that's it. I do hope you enjoyed this. Of course, if you have any comments or questions or suggestions or ideas or whatever, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this, don't forget to click the like button and to join me next time. Thanks for watching.